Recently, we've heard none of people talking about how good Lamarcus Aldridge is, but how he's been in trade rumors and how he's killing the San Antonio Spurs in the playoffs. Okay, if you couldn't already tell, we're talking about Lamarcus Aldridge today and what has happened to his career. He was a 5-time All-Star and 4-time All-NBA. So I'm just here to talk about what do you guys think happened and what I think really happened. He was drafted by the Chicago Bulls with the 2nd overall pick in the 2006 NBA draft. This was obviously a very good pick. Coming out of Texas, Lamarcus Aldridge was one of the most highly recruited and coveted players in college. But the Chicago Bulls traded him immediately on draft day to the Portland Trail Blazers, who ended up getting the rights to Lamarcus Aldridge and also became an all-star and a leader of that team. And then, of course, we all know he signed with the San Antonio Spurs in the 2015 offseason. But his best days, we all know, were in Portland, in Rip City, my favorite team in the whole NBA. I was a fan of Lamarcus Aldridge, and when this move happened, I was heartbroken. But I can never forget all the things that Lamarcus did for our team. In his first season, only playing 22 minutes and starting 22 games and playing 63 of them, he only averaged 9 points and 5 rebounds with about a block a game. In his second season, though, he came into his own, averaging 35 minutes and starting all 76 games he played, averaging around 18 points and 8 rebounds, with the same amount of blocks as he did last year. But what we really remember him for, let's look at his prime, okay? 2011-2012 was his first All-Star appearance, where he averaged 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks a game, one of Lamarcus Aldridge's best statistical seasons. In 2014-2015 was his best statistical season by far. He averaged 23.4 points, 10.2 rebounds, and he was really in his prime years. That at the end of that season, after having his best statistical season arguably, he joined the San Antonio Spurs. If we remember that loaded Portland Trail Blazers lineup that made it to the Western Conference semifinals in 2014, the lineup was this: Damian Lillard, Wesley Matthews, Nicholas Batum, Lamarcus Aldridge, and Robin Lopez. All very solid players on that team. They ended up losing the Western Conference semifinals, though. And this was the year, of course, that the Portland Trail Blazers and Damian Lillard actually hit that shot over the Houston Rockets and prevailed to the second round. We all remember that shot. I can find a clip of it. I just don't have it here because we're talking about Lamarcus Aldridge. Of course, was the best team, arguably one of the top 5 teams in the Western Conference. But in the 2015 NBA offseason, everything sort of fell apart for the Portland Trail Blazers. After losing Wesley Matthews to the Dallas Mavericks and Lamarcus Aldridge to the Portland Trail Blazers, they had no choice but to trade Nicholas Batum for Noah Vonleh and somewhat build around Damian Lillard. And they've tried and everything. They got Yusuf Nurkic, and CJ McCollum has really come into his own recently. But this is the Blazers, and we're talking about Lamarcus Aldridge. So after that, Lamarcus Aldridge went to the San Antonio Spurs, where the next year he was an all-star, averaging 18 points, 8.5 rebounds, and about a block a game. But, of course, those numbers were so far down from the previous season when he averaged 24 points. So what happened? Of course, Lamarcus Aldridge wasn't really riddled with injuries or anything. It could be, most likely, in my opinion, I think it's old age and him not being the number one option. His minutes per game went down 30.6 to 30.6 minutes from 36 the previous season. And then, of course, another factor, Lamarcus Aldridge's usage rate. With the Portland Trail Blazers in his best statistical season, arguably, he had a 30% usage rate. And his true shooting percentage was up at 52%, which is awesome. His offensive rating was 108.2, and defensive rating was 102.5. The next season, though, we saw his stats dip. except for his true shooting percentage, where he had a true shooting percentage of 53.2 and had a usage rate of only 24.9, down 5% from the previous season. And his offensive rating was 109.1, and his defensive rating was 103. See, Lamarcus Aldridge really has been kind of the shadow of Kawhi Leonard, and he's not used to the somewhat stardom in San Antonio. Back in Portland, he was the star. He was given the ball in those clutch moments, but now in San Antonio, the ball is now handed over to Kawhi, and Lamarcus Aldridge is forced to set screens or to sit in a corner. But Marcus Aldridge still has a place on the team, and he's a free agent next year. Who knows? Maybe he'll sign somewhere on the mid-level exceptions with a championship contender. Maybe he'll remain with the Spurs, or maybe he'll sign some sort of a $26 million a year contract elsewhere. Okay, that's gonna be for me. That's what I kind of assume what happened to Lamarcus Aldridge and why he's in all these trade rumors. If you guys enjoyed, please consider subscribing. It helps out a lot. If you're new, please hit that like button as well. Also, leave in the comments below what kind of videos you guys want. And by the way, next video, I will be getting a new microphone. So hopefully my audio is better, improved. So make sure to remember the audio on this and I'll tell you guys tomorrow if I'm using a microphone. Tell me what you guys think of it. Alright, that's going to be it for you guys. See ya.